What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, making their debut on the channel tonight. We have Postmodern Jukebox. Yes, indeed. How about that? Postmodern Jukebox making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all those clicks and those likes and the bibbity boobity bob, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Bloody But Unbowed, and Bloody But Unbowed wanted to see me react to this song by Postmodern Jukebox. The name of the song is Really Don't Care. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. From what I've been told from the requester, and I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what the requester told me. This is a Demi Lovato cover. Now, if it is, okay. If it's not, it's still okay, because I've never heard the original. if I've never heard a song by Demi Lovato called Really Don't Care. I don't really listen to Demi Lovato. I think I've done one reaction to Demi Lovato on the channel. And it wasn't to that song. So as far as I know, I've never heard the original. So if this is a cover of that Demi Lovato song, Really Don't Care, it's not going to make one bit of difference because I've never heard that song before. So I don't know how accurate that cover is going to be. So I'm going to just kind of have to judge this as a standalone song. So that's where I'm going to go with it. This was posted by Postmodern Jukebox, okay? And the video has 8.4 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Really Don't Care. Vintage Motown style. Oh, vintage Motown style. Okay. Demi Lovato cover featuring Morgan James. Who's Morgan James? That's going to be my next question. Which one of these individuals is Morgan James? All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Down there.
You wanna play, you wanna stay, you wanna have it all. You started messing with my head until I hit a wall. Maybe I should've known, maybe I should've known that you would walk out the door. Hey, said we were done and met someone and rubbed it in my face. Cut to the part, she broke your heart and then she ran away. I guess you should've known, I guess you should've known that I would talk. But even if the stars and moon were light, I never want you back into my life. So you can take your words and all your lies. I really don't care. I can't believe I ever stayed up writing songs about you. You don't deserve to know the way I used to think about you.
Heard that little bass lick. That was nice. I am not familiar with the original song. This is not ringing any bells. This is not hitting me in any way, shape, or form as far as, oh yeah, I've heard this before. No, that is not happening at all. So I am like 99% certain I've never heard the original song before. It's got a good groove. I will say it has a really nice groove. It has a good feel to it. If they're going for a Motown style, vintage Motown style, I can see it. I can see it. I can feel it. Yeah, they're getting it. They're absolutely getting it. It sounds good. It sounds really good. Music videos, I really don't pay attention to. I really don't. I can usually care less about music videos. But two things I want to point out. Number one, this lady over here on the end, good on her. Good on her. Take a look at what she's wearing on her feet. Take a look at those shoes. She's wearing tennies. Come on now. She's smart, man. Look, if you're going to be standing around for any amount of time, why in the world would you suffer in heels, man? She's wearing tennis shoes. Good on her. She's going to be comfortable. Gotta love that. Secondly, this dude over here on the tambourine, is he stealing the show or what? I can't help it. Like, every time he moves, listen, human beings, we are predators, right? We are absolute predators. We are three-dimensional viewing predators. We have great depth perception. Our eyes are instinctually drawn to motion. If something moves, we can't help it. We instinctually look. What was that? You know, that we can't help it. That's how we are. It's in our nature. So every time he moves, I'm just like, oh, there he is again. Oh, there he is again. Oh, there he is again. And he is stealing the show, man. He's making that tambourine work. You gotta love that. Anyway, let's keep going here.
Oh no, not anymore. Oh no, not anymore. You had your shot, but you let it go. Unless we meet, I won't be running scared. I'll walk right up to you and put one finger in the air and make you understand. I'll make you understand. You had your chance. But even if the stars and moon collide, I never want you back into my life. So you can take your words and all your lies. Oh, 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 I really don't care. Oh, 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 I really don't care. Ooh, no, I don't care no more. Yeah, listen up, hey, never look back. Dumbstruck.
That tambourine player, man, I can't get over him. He is just having a blast doing what he's doing right now. The harmonies sound good. Very strategically placed, just like in a Motown style. Just emphasizing the key points, which is, you know, very typical of that style. Piano and bass are really locked in with each other. The drumming, don't get me wrong, they're both locked in with the drummer. They are, but I feel the bass locked in with the drums. I feel the piano locked in with the drums. I do, but the piano and the bass are really kind of playing off each other. You'll never hear either one of them play little riffs at the same time. It's like they're taking turns. And almost anticipating what the other's going to do when it comes to their runs. And that's awesome. I look, when you play with someone long enough, or you play a style of music long enough, and you play with other musicians that have played the same style of music, that the same amount that you have, and have the same appreciation for that style of music that you have, you'll find that kind of stuff happening just by complete accident. It's not planned. It's not strategized. It's not written out. It's just, this is just what we do. Now, could it be planned out? Sure. Could it be written out? Sure. Absolutely it could. It could all be by design. But for those of you that do play professionally, those of you that, you know, do studio work or have played in a band with, you know, members for like more than 2 or 3 years, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about locking in with members of the bands and being able to anticipate each other. Like my man Richie, when I play with Richie, he and I have been playing together for, God, how many years? 16, 17 years? Something like that. Actually, I think it's been longer than that. Oh, man. It's been almost 20 years I've been playing with Richie. Oh, God! I feel old now. Richie, we're getting old. I've been playing with Richie for almost 20 years now, and I love playing with him because I'll step in with like no setup, no rehearsal. I'll get him in the room. He'll be setting up. I'm setting up. We plug in. We start playing, and it's like we never stopped. You know, we lock right in with each other. I can anticipate his fills. He can anticipate my runs, and it's fun, man. It really is. I have a feeling these two have played together before, or maybe they're reading charts. That's possible too. Now, there may not be anything on that stand, and he's just pretending. I don't know. It's a music video. Who knows? Anyway, let's finish this out, and we'll get to the review.
Boy, eagle intact. Look, boy, why you so mad? Second guessing, but you should have hit that.
Hey, MJ, you picked the wrong lover. Should have picked that one. He's cuter than the other.
I just want to laugh. You're trying to be a hipster.
Kick him to the curb. Take a Polaroid picture.
But even if the stars and moon collide, I never want you back. Guess who's in my life? So you can take your words and all your lies. I really don't care. Never want you back into my love. You take your words and all your lies. I really don't care. I really don't care.
Oh, that ending. That ending, really nice. The vocal harmonies on that ending was really tight. 3-part harmony there. Awesome. Tim Kubert, tambourine guy. Yeah, I'm going to remember him. I'm definitely going to remember Tim Kubert. He stole the show, man. He really did. Yeah, I mean, it's good. I don't know if I would ever say this is in my wheelhouse. I don't think I'll ever put this in a playlist, but I mean, it was well done. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. There you go, folks. That was Postmodern Jukebox with, I guess this was a cover of the Demi Lovato song, Really Don't Care. This was a request from Bloody But Unbowed. Okay, I thought about it. Didn't really have to think long, to be honest with you. This score came to me pretty quick, and I do feel the score is appropriate for what I heard. On a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that a 7.4. Yep, 7.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. Having never heard the original song, it's hard for me to make a comparison because they made it very clear that this is a cover. But I've never heard the original, so I don't know how accurate it was. I don't know if they played it note for note. I don't know if they took liberties. I don't know if they completely turned it on its head and did a completely obscure version. I don't know. It did say in the video title they did it in an early Motown style. I did see that and I did catch that. Now here's the thing. Did they achieve that? Did they get that early Motown sound? Yeah, they actually did. They did a really good job on that part. Very piano heavy, which was really cool. That's very early Motown with the piano heaviness. Bass and drums basically accompanying piano, which is, I was thinking about it, and I made the comment during the reaction of it feels like the bass player and the piano player are really locked in. I mean, they're both locked in with the drummer, but it really feels like the two of them are playing off each other. Very typical in style of early Motown, and what the reason is because it's very piano heavy, and bass and piano are practically accompanying the piano player. And it's fine. It worked out just fine. They achieved exactly what they said they were trying to achieve. They were going for an early Motown sound. They got it. Having those backing vocalists, the way that they were doing the backing vocals sporadically, strategically placed, not being utilized through the entire song, just hitting spots. Again, very early Motown style. Very nicely done. The drumming in this, very simplistic and very light. Again, very early Motown style. Bass player doing a couple of runs here and there, not very often, just here and there, you know, just as an accent to what the piano player is really doing. Really nicely done again. I'm assuming that lead vocalist was the featured person in the video. It said featuring, you know, so-and-so. I'm assuming that lead vocalist was the feature. Really nice tone from her. Very nice tone. Very clean, very clear. I have a feeling she has a much higher range than she showed here. But the song was kind of limiting to her range, so she couldn't really go very far either way, up or down. But I have a feeling she's capable of much more than what we heard in this song. But nonetheless, what she did bring to the song was a very clear, very clean voice with some power and just a little bit, a tiny bit of sass to it, a little bit of attitude to it. And again, early Motown style. It worked out great. It was a great fit. I did not, just before anybody wonders, I did not take the music video into account in any way, shape, or form. Okay, I don't look, music videos are great promotional tools. They are, but they're all edited, they're all post-produced, they're all, you know, made up and done like that and staged and scripted and everything. So I don't put any stock into music videos. Now, live performances, absolutely. I will absolutely put that into consideration. Now here's the thing. Was this live? Like what we heard, was it live? To be honest with you, I'm not 100% certain. My gut is telling me it wasn't. My gut's telling me this was a produced music video, and what you heard was studio laid over on top of, you know, what we saw as far as footage goes. More than likely, that's what it is. Now, is it possible that what we heard was live? It is possible. There was nothing that stood out and screamed that it was. I mean, I see everything plugged in, and all the mics are plugged in, and then the bass is plugged in, and that's all well and good. But here's the thing: I've done this demonstration before. I'm going to do it again. Okay, here's my bass, right? Not plugged in. So obviously, if I was to sit here and play it, it's not plugged in. So obviously, it would be a lip sync job, right? It would be, you know, if you heard bass coming through loud and clear. Well, clearly that's not the case. Now watch. All I have to do is take one of these cables, right? Oh man, I just wound this up too not too long ago. One thing I love doing is winding up cables. Okay, I'm just gonna take this in. I'm not supposed to use this instrument, but I don't care. I want to just make my point and be done with it. Now, I'm gonna take this cable, right? Watch this. Ready for some magic? Ready for some magic? Let me show you some black magic here. So, I take my bass. I plug it in. Now, you see it's plugged in, right? You see it right there, it's plugged in. What's the other end plugged into? Do you know? Do you have any idea? If you just saw me pull out a cable and plug it in, would you have any clue? You would have no idea. You see it's plugged in, but you don't see where it's going into. Now let me plug in the other end. Plug it in here. There we go. Now what's it plugged into? Do you know? You have no idea, do you? Maybe it's plugged into an amp. Could be plugged into an amp. Could very well. Maybe it's plugged into a board. It could be. It absolutely could be plugged into a board. Maybe it's literally just laying on the floor, just sitting there, not plugged into anything. You don't know, do you? But you see this end being plugged in. You see what I mean? It's very easy to make it look like the instrument is live, even though it really isn't. Now, just to be clear, and just so y'all can see, it is actually plugged into something. I did plug it into something. I plugged it into my Sans amp. There it is. There you go. It is plugged into something, but look, does that mean the other end's plugged into anything, though? Do you see an out? No, you don't see an out. You're not going to hear it. But again, you don't know. That's the beauty of music videos. You could do a whole bunch of illusions and make it look like it's playing live, but it really isn't. What you're hearing is not live. That may very well be the case here. Then again, maybe it was live. It's small enough. I mean, it's a small enough space. They could get a pretty decent live sound out of there probably. And depending on where I didn't see any amps. I didn't see a bass amp anywhere in that video. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's going directly into a board. Maybe he's using a DI box. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm open to speculation on that. And I'm not going to sit here and say that, you know, it definitely wasn't live or it definitely was live because I honestly don't know. My gut tells me it's a music video. So I'm going to trust my gut. And I'm going to go with that. But I'm not saying it's impossible for it to be live. It very well could be. And if it is live and people can show me irrefutable proof that it is live, I will be the first one to say I was wrong. I will absolutely admit when I'm wrong. But my gut's telling me it was all music video. So the music video has absolutely nothing to do with my score at all. It was fun to watch, especially that the guy rocking on that tambourine. And he stole the show. He was fun to watch, but it had absolutely no bearing on my score whatsoever. My 7.4 is based completely on what we heard, the song itself. It's a really good rendition, and like I said, they said in their title, the goal was to get that early Motown feel and that early Motown sound. Mission accomplished. I really do believe they did a good job of getting that. It's a really good song, and that's why it's getting the really good score of 7.4. So, 7.4. Final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.